Okay, in the part two section, I'm going to say the answer to the question is no, I would not want to go on a second date because I was surprised at her dress code and it would have been shocking and would have threw me off. So,
Okay. So what if you really was digging this female now, and I don't know. I guess I'm trying to pin it all together. Like, well, how was she dressed when you initially met her?
see, that's what I'm saying. All of that has to go into the equation. So when you're talking about image, it's like, what was the image that I had when I first met her? What was that image like? So if we create one, and if she was dressed somewhat provocative at that point, then I can see how when she comes out dressed provocative, this goes along the same lines of who she already was. But if this coming out dressed in a certain kind of a way that exposes all of her body, she got on a thong or something like that, and everything else is showing through this fishnet thing or something like that. I think that would be, um, to me personally, I don't have a problem with that because I think about now we're going to go somewhere and you got to deal with the appetite of men. So we have to deal with the appetite of men, and once the guy gets a little bit of gorilla juice inside of the system, now we might have ourselves some form of a confrontation. And for what? Because she's out here displaying something. He's going to call her a name that is familiar to a lot of people. She's not going to be receptive to the name that she gets called, and now that guy is forced to defend her honor.
Okay, but once again, and this is where I'm having a hard time with, why wouldn't you, prior to going to the event, if you picked her up the house, or, and I'm assuming that's how the date would go, you wouldn't at that point say, oh hey, your outfit is, maybe not appropriate for where we're going, or that's a little revealing. You wouldn't at that point address it.
I think a lot of men are cowards and they wouldn't want to rock the boat because if you say something out of pocket, then what you do realize quickly is that you could be replaced. So if he's trying to impress her or get into her world, so to speak, if he's trying to get into her life, then he's going to try to abide by any rules necessary to not rock the boat and create a catastrophe or something up front because he can get canceled, and he don't really want, he probably don't want to take a chance on jeopardizing that.
But okay, so you're excluding yourself from other men because your opinion is you wouldn't give the woman a second name. With most men,
I don't think they would because most men don't want to see a woman exposed in public like that, especially if she's his. So if he has a vision, okay, I want to date this lady, I want to be with her, and have a relationship and get married or something. And he knows that she likes to show herself like that in public. He has to be smart enough to understand she's going to continuously do this. So whether it's at a picnic, you know, and your nieces and nephews are around, I don't know if you can say anything at that point because she can say in her defense, I've been dressing like this. Or so like they talk about like a woman that's a freak in her bed and a woman in the street, so to speak. So it's almost like if those are two different women, then this lady is saying I'm the same person. So I'm like this in the bedroom per se, plus I'm like this out in public. So she views her own body differently than what I think most of us as men might project, or at least I will project, because I would be more embarrassed.
okay, and I would be curious where you met the woman. How was she dressed? Because I'm thinking of that. If the woman is that outspoken or confident, or if she pulls off something like that, I'm imagining that's her everyday character. She didn't just sprout that up on you. You know, like where did did y'all meet at the bar, at the club, at the strip club?
Well, remember I was telling you earlier about people having a one-track mind when it's something they want. So if a woman is lonely and social media says she should do A, B, and C, if you don't have a man, you're a loser, and all that type of stuff. So guys are looking at the possibility of being intimate with this woman. So he likes her, and so if she comes out that door dressed that way, he might be saying to himself, like, "Oh, can't believe this." He's upset about it, but he know he can't say anything, or he feels like he can't say anything. Like she opens up the door, or he opens up the door for her, or whatever. He sees her derriere or whatever is just as open as the grass outside on the lawn.
I just can't believe, because I know for a fact if you were out on a date, whether it's the first date or uh, several days down the line, a woman would say, you know, hey, boo, that don't look good together, or that's not complimenting me. She would say it, and I just can't understand why a guy would not say that. You would rather go out and deal with, and I can't imagine you having a good time if you constantly worried about somebody saying something about her outfit, or you gonna have to, you know, get into some confrontation with somebody because they said something when it all could have been avoided at the door.
I just feel like like the woman don't care about how he feels or how whether he has a good time or not. It's all about her and her having a good time.
I think so.
You know, so
because you know, and I guess again I'm not speaking for everybody, but I think I don't care if it was our first date. I would probably ask your opinion about, you know, how did you think this outfit was, and I wouldn't expect for you to lie to me, you know, but I don't know. I guess the guy would be worried about being offensive if he said, "Oh, I don't like it," or.
But again, like we mentioned, we already understand that a lot of women dress in a way that's revealing. Whether they got the shoulders is out, and you got or their back is out, you got the mini skirts, and if they have on, you know, high heel shoes, all of these things are designed to be sexual.
And what was interesting, and I don't know if it's our age group or whatever, but my son, when posed the same question, said, he don't know if he would care. And he said people dress for the stages they are in their life. So I guess if you feel like you're young and you're carefree, I'm gonna wear whatever. I guess he said if you motherly, got kids, maybe about to get married, you wouldn't wear that. Now I don't know that's necessarily true, but he even said the same thing you said. Like, mom probably wouldn't say anything to her initially, and I thought that
I just feel like a lot of like we just don't want to rock the boat, and it can become an argument. And if you are ready and geared up for an argument, then it's going to ruin the whole time. And 9 times out of 10, if not 10 times out of 10, the guy probably paid for these tickets, you know, these concert tickets. So he has a choice to make at this point. He's at the crossroads. He has to decide as she's walking. I don't know if she's staying in an apartment complex or not, but as she's walking out of her apartment door down that sidewalk, he has to make a decision. As he see her, and he's probably saying in his mind, "Damn." And he's probably intrigued by what he sees from a beauty standpoint, and then he starts to have a flashback about what this can mean when you get to the concert, because all the other guys' mouth gonna be on the ground too. But if this is their first date and he want to try to make an impression, he's probably not gonna say anything. Tickets is already paid for, and you probably can't find a stand-in, considering the concerts are gonna start in an hour and a half. You know.
So, in your eyes, though, she has ruined a date with you.
Yes. In my opinion, it's ruined. But I'm so much of a, I guess, bad person. I'm gonna call myself a bad person. I will pretend. I will wear a mask, so to speak, and I will pretend, you know, I would enjoy the concert,
Mm-hmm.
sing all the songs, and all of these types of things, and I would enjoy myself from that. And
Okay.
I would tell myself, okay, let me brace myself and be prepared now to have to deal with men. Now that this woman that's with me is exposed this way. So sometimes when you're walking in
Mm-hmm.
close quarters like that, some guys might be brave enough to slap her on the butt or something like that. And so
Child.
now we don't know exactly who did it, but if so, then now you might have yourself a major confrontation, all because of your exposure. And what a woman is going to jump to her defense is going to say immediately, I can wear whatever I want to wear.
And well, and in her defense too, she can wear what she want to wear. But I think if a woman is that bold, and she wherever you met her at, she probably was already dressed like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it shouldn't have, it should not be a surprise at that moment, because to me, if a woman is that bold and she's gonna wear something with her behind completely exposed, or something so sheer I could see your nipples, or whatever. If she's that confident, then she didn't change who she was. So I'm trying to figure out if wherever she was that you've met her, I'm assuming she probably was dressed not far off of that.
Yeah, I mean, so again, what you're saying, it sounds like the woman doesn't have to be held accountable, but the man is accountable for now having to make an executive decision at the 11th hour about going to this concert, which I'm sure he paid for these tickets, like I said, and he's dressed up, he's ready to go. So there may not even be enough time at this point for her to go back in and change it. What I don't think happened is she showed, hey, this is the outfit I'm gonna wear next week, because she didn't have it until probably that Friday. Oh, she probably didn't even get it until the day before the concert. So trust me, this is my opinion,
Mm.
everybody. I don't think the man's opinion matters when it comes to a woman going out to a concert or something like that. She might get a chance to meet one of the performers or something like that. If she want to be on her best
Oh.
behaviors, or whether it's Chris Brown or Genuine or whoever it is. I'm just a bachelor. But anyway, so whoever it is, she don't care about what I think.
Well, okay. Maybe maybe when you all are dating, maybe initially, but I think a woman you have been dating, or in a relationship, she is going to ask your opinion about something she's wearing, and you all are going out, and I guarantee you she wants you to compliment her, so she more than likely will ask your opinion prior to going out. I just
See, you're talking about somebody who cares. So you have to stop and think about, okay, if there are people that care, then there have to be people who don't. So if this person is one of the people that don't care, then that's what you get. This is what you get. So you knew what you was getting into when you was trying to date me. And if y'all want to stand in the middle of the street somewhere, she will embarrass you.
yeah.
She will embarrass
And
you.
I want him to be
She
on
will
that
embarrass you.
same. Uh, you know what you was getting into, because I think a woman who is that confident or bold to wear an outfit like that, she did not meet you with a button-up shirt on up to her neck. You
And the
know,
glasses,
yeah, and this long
library glasses.
this long skirt covering up everything. I think if a woman is that bold, she's dressing.
So you're saying again, the guy is held accountable for her dress.
Not her dress. However, if you are going to an event, I just don't believe that same woman that you met was not wearing either something along those same lines. So to me, if she met you at the door with a see-through outfit and a thong on that was exposed, you shouldn't be surprised because I feel like that same female probably would have had something on when you met her trying to holler at her or whatever that
So
probably caught your eye.
So you saying that I got bad judgment?
Okay.
I mean, so again, in that environment, if somebody is embarrassed, they shouldn't be, because you could be sitting behind them or on the side of them and say, well, you let this situation happen, so therefore don't be embarrassed now.
I personally would be, but that is me, and you are with the female, and she's out there like that. So if you like it, I love it. Go ahead. I just can't believe. I don't think if an altercation ensued and somebody said something, dude, you saw her before y'all got there, and you had the opportunity to say, "Oh, babe, don't put that on." And so if you was like, go ahead, you walked out. I ain't gonna say that because I want to enjoy this concert. Yeah, I feel it on some level. You are accountable for that. And just like if I'm with a group of my female friends and it's just us and we all want to be cute looking, if someone has on something that you feel does not accentuate their body or their shape, as your friend, you should say something. You don't be like, oh, well, we're going to just let her go.
So you're a control freak. You want to tell people what to wear.
Man, no.
You got to wear this.
No.
You got to wear that.
But if it's something inappropriate, I mean, where's you going with that on?
See, now, that's where it becomes muggy. Muggy, in the definition, gets to be kind of weird because you don't know what that is. Like, to me, if you go to a concert, something like that, almost all the women are dressed provocative. There's usually somebody is their shoulders is out, and if I mean, you revealing more than what's possible, than what you should be showing, maybe.
Oh, your next segment should be what is provocative.
Yeah, so.
Because shoulders out.
See, now you talking about shoulders out, and she might be saying, I just wear a fishnet with the. That's not. So your opinion matters more than everybody else's.
Oh, well.
I've seen you see me over here talking about shoulders out is way out there, and you're like, what, shoulders out? But it just shows you the difference between a man that's trying to guard and hover over the woman that he's trying to protect. He doesn't want other men seeing her.
And for the most part, I think a woman in a relationship like that, she will ask the gentleman she's going out with, hey babe, how does this look? And I think if because he should feel comfortable, it says, babe, you show a little bit too much skin, or she won't have a problem with saying, oh really, okay.
Well, once again, we have to close this segment because La La Land is starting to take off too far, and I understand. So we're going to make this have a great ending. I think she wants the story to have a great ending. The guy's going to say, hey, go back in, change your clothes because that's too much revealing. Unless you have a jacket or a sweater or something that goes along with that covers up almost like the way Prince would wear his, then other than that, we can't go with that, sweetie. So this sounds like a good segment and the way to close it out. Everybody wins in the end.